AliExpress have been in touch again to promote the platform with a dedicated review, and this time I've decided to go with something a lot of you were interested in during the anniversary sale, the North Edge Triton diver. So, is this one of the biggest bargains out there, or are its very obvious downsides enough to give it a wide berth? If you do fancy picking this one up, or just grabbing something else, then there are some exclusive discounts on screen that should knock a decent chunk off the price. And if you want to push it a bit further, AliExpress are also running a Teams cashback challenge, where you can earn up to 10% cashback depending on how many people join. You can rack up points with daily stuff like signing in, browsing and placing orders. The higher the Teams point, the more cashback you get. The link to join my team is down in the description alongside the discounts. Right, sales pitch out the way, let's get on with the review. First impressions, and this one is a bit of a chunky beast. But because of the titanium construction, it's also weirdly light. Unnervingly light, actually. It looks like it should have some proper heft to it, but it just doesn't. It looks great too. It's unapologetically modern, vibrant and purposeful. I love the angular case shape. It feels rugged, no nonsense and designed to look like it could take a beating. Which, to be fair, is exactly the point. It just feels all action without making a massive song and dance about it. The dial is actually really pretty too, but in the same way that I think the new Land Rover Defender is a pretty thing. Not elegant, not delicate, just chunky, functional and somehow quite handsome despite itself. And while we're on the dial, yes, it's Quartz. Yes, it's a once-a-second ticker. But I don't mind Quartz, especially on a watch that's built to serve a purpose. And in this case, a solar quartz movement with 180 days of power from a single charge makes sense. If anything, it makes the watch more appealing as a proper all-action companion. I'm not completely sold on the bracelet though. It's okay, but I just can't gel with bracelets that don't feel like they were really designed with the case in mind. And this one does feel like a bit of an afterthought. Thankfully, the supplied silicone strap will probably be my choice for daily wear anyway. And as usual, I'll be giving this one away to one of my channel members. So if you fancy the chance of grabbing this and every other watch that comes in for review, there's a join button below the video. And while you're down there, a like and subscribe would be amazing. Let me know in the comments what you think of this one as well. With AliExpress prices seemingly ballooning every time we blink, are watches like this becoming a more realistic way to get your fix? Right, specs. You're getting a titanium 45.8mm case, 51.2mm lug to lug, and it comes at 16.1mm thick. You also get a mineral crystal, a 60-click ceramic unidirectional bezel, that solar quartz movement, a claimed 300 metres of water resistance, plus both the titanium bracelet and a silicone strap. And coming in at around 70 quid, or less when the sales roll in. It feels like you shouldn't even have to think about it. But it's not perfect. There are shortcomings, so let's get into those properly. The case is fully sandblasted titanium. It's big and chunky, but that relatively short lug to lug gives it this squat modern look that actually works quite well. There are sharp straight angles everywhere, even the sides, which should be the softer bits, have been broken up with facets. You've got angular crown guards on one side, then on the other, this deep engraving with all the details, Triton TI stamped into it. Normally, I'm not a big fan of having stuff like that on the side of the case, but here, it sort of works. It just makes the whole thing feel even more bold and a bit more deliberate. The screw down crown is nice and chunky and easy to get hold of. It screws in and out without any fuss. But it still has that weird, slightly dusty feeling. I'm not sure how else to describe it. It's a titanium thing and it makes my skin crawl a bit. Not really North Edge's fault, just one of those quirks. Flip it over and interestingly they haven't gone for the standard screw down case back. Instead you've got this plate that's held on by 4 tiny screws. On a dive watch it's a bit of an odd choice, but on one claiming 300 metres it's an even odder one. I'm not saying it can't do it, but it does make you raise an eyebrow slightly. And it might be time to finally get a pressure tester and start calling a few of those claims out properly. That said, the case back itself is actually really cool. The little submarine design is a nice touch. Flip it back over and let's get on to what is probably the biggest disappointment here. The bezel looks great, it's chunky and industrial, and the ceramic inset ties in nicely with the dial and the case. But it just feels a bit naff. It's too loose, too easy to knock out of position, and the backplate is, honestly, a bit ridiculous. If you actually wanted to rely on this for timing anything properly, you probably wouldn't. Which is a shame, because visually, it's spot on. But let's see if the dial can make up for it. And yes, the dial does make up for the dodgy bezel. It's actually really good. There's not much a £500 watch could realistically do to separate itself from this. It's clean, but there's enough going on with the textures and the chunkier elements that it doesn't feel flat or cheap. The base has this blue wave texture that catches the light quite nicely. It's not overdone either. It's subtle enough that it doesn't become distracting, but it's there when you look for it. And it's quite a clever one as well, because it's not just printed on flat, there's a bit of depth to it, so as you move the watch around, it shifts slightly and it gives the dial a bit of life. It never feels busy, it just stops the whole thing looking a bit flat. The typography's done well too, all printed, mostly in white, which keeps that clean modern feel, and then you've got the Triton name in red, tying in with the lollipop second hand. And credit where it's due, the name, North Edge, just works. It's not trying to be clever, and it's not some awkward bit of translated nonsense. It just sounds like what the watch is meant to be. The applied indices are nice and chunky, fill the dial properly, and the silver surrounds give it a bit of lift without overdoing it. The same goes for the hands, big, legible, and they actually suit the dial really well. There is a bit of Seiko vibe to it all, but that's no bad thing. If you're building a budget diver, you could do a lot worse than taking notes from Seiko. And of course, the lume. It's a bit of a mixed bag. The indices are properly bright, the C3 glow as you'd expect, so there's no complaints there. The hands, not quite on the same level. They're not terrible, it's just the contrast makes them look worse than they are. If everything was at the same level as the hands, I probably wouldn't even mention it. That said, it lasts well enough and you'd still be able to use it in dark, murky waters without any real issue, assuming that 300 metres is doing what it claims. On the wrist, and for such a big watch, it doesn't wear too badly. It's definitely bigger than what I'd usually go for on my weedy 6¼ inch wrist, but the lightness does keep it in check. The bracelet though, comfort-wise it's fine, but it still feels a bit cheap, and the clasp feels like it's been dragged straight out of the 90s. It's not really up to modern standards, even at this sort of price. I'm also just not a fan of bracelets that don't properly marry up to the case. Those straight end links leave a gap between the case and bracelet that just feels like a cheap aftermarket choice, which I'm assuming it is. The silicone strap on the other hand just works. The blue ties in nicely with the bezel and dial, and the whole thing just feels a lot more coherent. It's thick, well shaped, and you still get a chunky titanium pin buckle to match the case. Honestly, if you're thinking of picking one of these up, I'd save the extra few quid and just go for the silicone. All in all, I do think this is a great piece, and for the money, it's hard to argue with. It looks good, the specs are solid, and that solar movement is a genuinely good call. I just wish that bezel was better. For me, that's a make or break feature on a dive watch, and this one just isn't quite there. And please, North Edge, if you ever revisit this, sort the bezel and maybe do a smaller version. Something around 42mm with a better bezel, and this will be one of those watches you would just buy without really thinking about it. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.